All right, I think I'm on live. Sorry for the delay. There's just some live issues. I was trying to stream directly from Facebook, and then let's see if Zoom is actually going to stream me on live. It's setting me up as we speak. So I know that typically I get broadcasted live before I realize I'm live, so I'm speaking just in case. Let me see. Okay, let's see if I'm live here in the group. I am. Okay, great. Welcome, welcome. I'm so glad you all are here. If you're on live with me or watching the replay, please say hello. I just, I polled you guys earlier this week around how I can support you during this season of limited options in life, really, but also with COVID and some people are just inside. And one of the top ways you guys were asking for help was how do I eat well and meal plan, basically with limited options and on a budget. Because that's a really real reality, because there either not enough of a certain item at a particular grocery store you're going to, or you're limited to 2 or 1 of each. And so you may feel like, okay, well, I can't eat well during this season. But I actually want to combat that and saying this is actually the perfect time for you to learn to eat well and meal plan, because guess what? You may go take takeout, but you're going to be going out a lot less to get food, so you're home more. So it is a perfect time if you've been wanting to experiment or just start cooking and eating well. This is your season. This is your moment. Okay, but then you might be thinking, well, how do I do that, Brianna? Because a lot of the things there's just limited options. It feels like every time I go to the grocery store, whatever. Now, that's a very real reality. This is not supposed to be the time where you're super strict with yourself to the point where it's unhealthy. You want to survive, you want to thrive. And I think I want to help you do that through this and then my intensive, which I'll talk about at the end. So I'm just going to share 3 simple tips with you on how you can eat well and meal plan with limited options during COVID. And in general, so say if you're watching this at a different time and point in season in your life, I think there will still be times where you feel like you have limited options because of the cost or because of some things are out of season, whatever it is. And I just want to encourage you and really drive home the point that you need to get over that mindset block and thinking that it's not possible in this time. It is more than possible. And I'm going to show you how by 3 simple tips and then kind of guide you through further along. So the first thing is, I think everyone needs to think of like 3 go-to meals that when you don't have time to think about what, meal plan or all that, then you just need to like go in and make something. You have that meal. You always have that stuff on hand. So for us, and then mind you, I think health coach confession, I don't cook a bunch of new things. I'm to the point where I'm like, okay, what are our staples? And how are we going to make that? We're going to make that differently. We're going to make that with a different side, with a different sauce. I'm not sitting there trying to like do an elaborate meals with tons of different stuff every week. I just can't, even before COVID. So first thing is so those 3 go-to meals for us is typically ground beef with fried ripe plantain, roasted broccoli, or some sort of green. Chicken legs roasted in some Whole30 barbecue sauce with a starch, could be potatoes, and a green, could be Brussels sprouts, and stir fry with coconut aminos and chicken stir fried and with vegetables, and then some sort of starch like a plantain or, so those are my 3. And I'm telling you, I make at least 1 of those every week. And so think about that. What are your go-to meals? But even within that, you notice how I mix and match some things, right? I'm talking about that in step 3. So the first thing, what are your 3 go-to meals? And think of healthier options. And so how you do that is step number 2. Focus on 3 macronutrients. They're macronutrients, meaning it is the main source of nutrient when you're coming to eat. So micro is like a vitamin or mineral, and you need those things. But a macronutrients is like, you need this. These are things are essential for your body and health to function. So what are they? There's your carbohydrates, they're your protein, and then your fat. Now, depending on your preference, whether you're vegetarian, vegan, just eat fish, whatever, this may change for you. But in general, you want your carbohydrates to come from fruits and vegetables. Carbohydrates are not bad. They give you energy. They give you nutrients. It's just how much of it and which types. And so typically when I'm creating my plate, like just now I had lunch, guess what? It was ground beef, fried plantain, and green salad. And the plantain is fruit, vegetable, whatever. It's a starch. And then I had a grain. So that's how I typically do my plate is I have the protein, the fat's cooked in the starch and the protein, coconut oil. And then I do a starch and a salad. And even that I used this Primal Greek avocado dressing on my salad. Okay. And so fruits or vegetables are great carbohydrate source for you. Start with your favorite ones. Don't freak out. Just start with your favorite ones and go from there. What is your family like? What do you like? Start there. Okay. Then we can worry about variety. And then protein, good quality protein, lean fat, grass-fed, all of that if possible. But if you're like, you don't eat protein, then you have to eat something from like beans and stuff, which is a carb too, but also a protein, okay? And then your fats, your good fats are like avocados, they're coconut oil, they're olive oil, olives, it can go on and on. But basically, what are your favorites of those 3 macronutrients? And honestly, just experiment during this time. Throw something together or make those 3 go-to meals. All right, Brandon, you're like, okay, great. I have my 3 go-to meals. I'm going to focus on macronutrients, but say I go to the store and they're not there. What do? This is where you learn to mix and match, meaning because you know in your mind that on your plate, you want to have a protein, carb, fat. You just go look for things that qualify that in the particularly stay on the outskirts of the thing of the grocery store, because that has all the fresh stuff. Look and say, like we went to Aldi yesterday and I'm like, okay, well, they actually were quite stocked up on vegetables, not on meat. I was like, okay, well, they have broccoli there, they have green beans there, they have some green salad. Those are going to be my 3 veggies that we're going to just use for meals. Oh, they have green peppers, they have onions, they have mushrooms. Okay, we're going to use those for our eggs and stir fry. Oh, they have pears, but they don't have oranges. Just going to get pears then. And they do have coconut oil. Oh, meats, they just have these 2. So I didn't buy drumsticks yesterday. I bought chicken breast, which I don't actually like chicken breast that much. I'm more of a dark meat person. But I bought them and we cooked with it last night, right? So what I'm trying to tell you, through 1, make a plan with 3 of your go-to meals. 2, focus on your macronutrients when you're making those things, carbs, proteins, and fat. But you got to mix and match, because when you go to the store, those things may not be there. They may not get delivered to you, but we need to learn to be adaptive. That is the key to eating well and meal planning when you have limited options, is to be adaptive, okay? And so then say like, you have all this stuff, you go home, then I'm like, okay, I see that I have broccoli. I see that I have some green pepper, but I don't have as much broccoli as I normally do. So I'm just gonna make a broccoli salad with some green peppers and stir fry it. Would normally do that, but I just try to look at what I have and see how can I recreate this. And it was okay. It wasn't my favorite, but I ate well and I used what I had. So the key to eating well and meal planning with limited options, you really just get to be adaptive and not be so perfectionist with it. But you do need to create some go-to meals for yourself, focusing on those 3 macronutrients, and then mix and match as you go along. Maybe you're like, I don't want to have salad with that 3rd meal. I want to have broccoli. Mix and match it. You need to be adaptive. So those are my 3 simple tips for you, friends. And I was just talking with someone, we were just talking about meal planning just now. And yes, I have a masterclass that I've done on this that you could have access to, but it's actually included in my beautiful bundle intensive thing I am offering right now for the next 4 days. So I am offering a 90-minute one-on-one coaching intensive to two more ladies who want to get support in things like this. How do I meal plan during COVID? How do I, or with limited options, how do I exercise at home because I can't go outside? Or in general, maybe you just want to be home because you have kids and you just don't want to go to a gym. How do I manage my stress in this time? Because stress is really real. How do I still sleep well? How do I deal with being like, how do I actually practice gratitude and intentions when it feels like things are falling apart and I really don't have a lot to be grateful for, but I do? Well, friend, I'm here to help you. So in this 90-minute coaching intensive, we will address all that and more. We will really look at what are your key top areas that you want support in, and how can we create a plan of action for you for this next few months. But as a bonus for the next few days, for those who sign up, you will get access to my Jumpstart bundle, my Sustainable Weight Loss Jumpstart bundle. And this bundle has 6 modules on the very things we just mentioned, on how to create mindset and habits for powerful results, what's the introduction to sustainable weight loss? What do I need to consider? How do I manage my stress and sleep more with self-care? How do I exercise at home and create strategies to maximize results? How do I cultivate intentions and gratitude in this season? All of those things, that bundle, you have access to that for free when you sign up for the 90-minute coaching intensive in the next couple of days. The coaching intensive is only $299 for 90 minutes of coaching, 1 week of email session, email support after, access to my free course for lifetime, plus the Facebook group that comes with it. So it's over, this is valued at over $1,000, but I am offering it only for $299 because I think this is your season. It is your season to break through. It is your season to finally take care of yourself, or your season to continue in doing that. Reaching your goals, reaching your health goals for yourself, overcoming emotional eating, not having to give in to things because this is the way it always been, and to finally move towards your goal of weight loss that lasts. Weight loss, not because you think you need to lose weight because that suddenly means you're enough. No, weight loss because you feel like when you lose a little bit of weight, your health will be better. That's what I'm talking about. I want your health and your body to be better. So if you're interested, if you have questions, you need to let me know in the next couple of days and we could talk through it. But if you're interested, I have 2 spots left. Go to madewell345.com/book-intensive. You'll have all the details there. You can sign up, you can book the session in April, and we can get started. Okay, I keep like chopping my hand like this. So let me know if you have any questions. Let me know what tip that I mentioned that what stood out to you in this training. But also let me know if you go book that intensive if you really need some support, because I think it's your season. It is your season to take care of your body and yourself. Okay, that's it. Have a great day. I will talk to you guys later.